As an Ethiopian, how do you feel about this feat your country has made, building Africa's largest hydroelectric dam?
To be honest, I am on cloud nine today, over the moon. This was a moment we have been actually waiting for the past many years. So to see the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam completed is a big deal for me and a big deal for many Ethiopians. So I am so happy, and I can't really express how I feel today. But I think also the feelings of many Ethiopians around the world. So we are so happy.
Yeah, so I believe this is a timely project indeed. I'm sure a whole lot of talk would have gone behind this project, coming on stream perhaps for several years or perhaps not too long in the past. But now it has come, and of course we can ask, how has it been described as, the national pride of Ethiopia, or the project itself has been described as the national pride of Ethiopia. But tell us, built entirely with local funding, how significant is it, for Ethiopia to finally see it completed?
To see this dam completed is a big deal for all Ethiopians because we paid a lot. It's about our blood, our sweat, and our tears. We all paid for the construction of this dam, whether we are based in Ethiopia or we are around the world. So to see it to this level is a big deal for us, and it kind of really showed us what we can do when we come together, when we have a purpose, and when we have a clear objective to deliver. So it has really brought national pride to all Ethiopians around the globe. This is a moment for us, and it's a very good opportunity and a springboard for doing something bigger than this as we go forward. So, very good opportunity.
Which brings me to the next question, talking about Egypt and Sudan. Those countries are still worried about their share of the Nile waters. Now, Mr. Woyecha, how does Ethiopia reassure its neighbors that the dam won't put them at any risk, with this electricity project?
I don't think the GERD would actually be a big worry and should be a big worry for both Egypt and Ethiopia. I mean, for Egypt and Sudan. And I think their worries are very unfounded. There's no scientific evidence for that matter to say that the water share for Nile, for both for Egypt and the Sudan would go down enormously as big as their worries. So I think it's time for them to come to the discussion table. Let's let them come and have that conversation, that grown-up conversation. By the end of the day, the dam has already been built, is now inaugurated, it's started actually operation for that matter. So for Egypt and for Sudan, it's time for them to come to their senses and have that proper conversation. That's what we need. This is a time for cooperation. In Ethiopia is ready for that conversation. And Ethiopia will reassure them that it's going to have no impact at all on them. But, they should not expect all treaties actually to be the ones to direct this conversation.
And speaking about all treaties, for decades, the 1929 Anglo-Egyptian Treaty gave Egypt control of most of the Nile, which I'm very sure you're aware of. But does the GERD, the Renaissance Dam, now mark a turning point in how Ethiopia and other upstream countries assert their rights? I'm sure you tried talking about that just moments ago.
Yes, both the 1929 and 1959 treaties, actually, as far as I am concerned as an individual, they are void because it does not include Ethiopia, which contributes nearly 85% of the Nile water. You cannot talk about me without me. That's how we kind of really frame it. If you want to talk about Nile, Ethiopia should be around the table. So that treaty signed between Egypt and United Kingdom is void. It's not going to work. What's important now is to work together through the Nile Basin Initiative and really use the Nile waters for the benefit of all those who actually contribute to the Nile. So this opportunity today should be taken very seriously. GERD has brought a new opportunity, a new era for the fair and equitable use of the Nile waters. So Egypt and others should come together and use to the best of their capacity to get the best out of the Nile waters. Everybody, Nile for all. That's in principle, it's Nile for all.
Now, of course, with the birth of the Renaissance Dam, it's Africa's largest hydroelectric electricity project or hydroelectric project. Now, besides providing electricity or beyond generating electricity, what kind of impact do you think the dam will have on ordinary Ethiopians and on the region as a whole? As we round up.
Exactly. The most important thing is electricity. More than 65% of Ethiopians do not have access to electricity, and the GERD would actually bring that. That's a big deal. But it's not only about electricity. There's a lot we can do when we have the right electricity in a country. But at the same time, the GERD has already shown that it is what do you call it? An opportunity for cooperation and integration among brothers and sisters in Eastern and Horn of Africa, for that matter. And it could be a source of tourism, because many people are really keen to see it. So it's going to bring job opportunity, and it would definitely create job opportunity not only in Ethiopia for fellow Ethiopians, but in neighboring countries, because the electricity will be exported to as far as Tanzania, as far as I know, for the time being, which means it's going to create opportunities not only for Ethiopians, but for folks around Ethiopia, which is important. And then another thing to remember is the fishing industry. So the fishing industry will develop, and it will create opportunities for ordinary citizens. I just watched somebody on TV yesterday, say this is going to really help me, that individuals help me to have a decent life going forward. And that's what we want to see, impact on ordinary citizens on a daily basis. So GERD is a big deal, but it benefits almost all of us, not only Ethiopians, but neighbors and fellow citizens in Africa.
I will certainly leave it at that, Mr. Bekele Woyecha, a human rights defender based in the UK. We thank you for your thoughts on Network Africa.
Thank you so much.